Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. So within Local Falcon, there is a local keyword research tool that is helpful for either new clients, potential new clients, even for your own business. I'm going to walk you through how I use it. To start, you click on the local keyword tool on the very top left under the Local Falcon logo. And then under location, you can either click on an existing location. So if you have your own business or if you're a consultant, you can click on any of your clients. What I did for this example, though, I searched for Albany, New York, and then the keyword here is HVAC. Local Falcon has two different stacks of keywords: traditional, which is Google and Bing, and then AI search, which is the Chat GPT, Google AI overviews that we're seeing more and more. Let me walk you first through just the traditional keywords. This is the Google and Bing, and kind of explain how the tool is creating these difficulty, volume, and WYN scores. So, HVAC, the intent is commercial. If you hover over it, it says a large population of 100,000 plus people. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of competition, but there's a big group of people, obviously, who are going to be searching for HVAC. So that's why they gave a difficulty score of 80 out of 100. Volume is an 85 out of 100. And then the WYN score. So I'm going to click on this to kind of, you guys can pause this video. But again, it's out of 1 out of 100. And it's essentially showing the most important keywords to go after for your business based off population, based off commercial intent, and the importance, really for your business to maybe factor that in as the goal. So they stack them by the WYN score. Now, if you go over how about air conditioning installation, Albany, New York? Now, this is really interesting. This is a transactional keyword. The reason why that's really important is that if I'm searching for HVAC, HVAC can mean so many different things. HVAC could be maybe like I'm a first time homeowner. I need someone to put in an air duct and a range hood into my kitchen. And I'm not quite sure what to search for, so I'm going to search for HVAC. And the project might be $1,000 or so. But if I'm searching for an air conditioning installation for Albany, New York, obviously it's probably, we're thinking the spring. You're trying to get ahead of the summer months. The installation plus labor plus just even the unit itself is going to be extremely expensive. So you getting a phone call for this is probably high quality, and you're going to be able to potentially get a very big return on this because of again, as I mentioned, the labor hours, the appliance itself, and how important that is to get. Same thing as we go through here, emergency HVAC service. So again, think about if you have your heater breaks during the winter. That's an emergency. You need to be able to get in contact with somebody today so they can come over, so they can either fix this issue or install a new furnace, anything else like that. So this is really important. So this is a great first step. Okay, what are the large keywords? What are the transactional keywords? Maybe I should really focus on that. Obviously, when you get to Gilderland, a lot less people. You can see the difficulty and the volume score is a lot less compared to, let's say, HVAC repair, Albany, New York. Now that we got through that part, though, let's talk about the AI search keywords. So we all talk about ChatGPT and Google AI overviews. It's a different search compared to what we normally see within Google and Bing. They give you long tail phrases that are important to really consider. So for example, who can fix my heater fast in Albany, New York? And then what's the best HVAC company for old homes in Albany? These are really specific terms. So the way that I like to think about this is that you can run the scans within Local Falcon and get an idea from the AI overview, share of local voice, how you rank. And if you don't appear for any of these terms, this is really where the website and also the Google business profile really come into play. So you might want to then go through and say, okay, hypothetically, who installs ductless AC systems near Colony, New York? You might have an FAQ now on your page that talks about service areas for specific types of services that you provide. Maybe ductless AC systems is not featured there. You may want to add that in as a frequently asked question. You can also add a frequently asked question to your Google business profile. That's another way to kind of connect the two. You can do updates. You can add services to your services section within Google business profile. I'm not big into blogging when it comes to for local SEO, but I think you can really take advantage of either dedicated landing pages. You can do frequently asked questions. You can add schema markup to a website. You can really get specific into the longer tail phrase for ChatGPT and Google AI search. From my experience with my clients, the top here, the traditional search keywords, is still the most important. AI overviews are important. It's very difficult though to back in the value of being featured there because sometimes people don't click on the results. They might just call directly, or sometimes you might be featured via an unclickable listing. But I do like though the Local Falcon is starting to push more of this AI reviews so you guys can get ahead of this. So I like the idea of kind of combining both and saying, okay, 90% of my focus is still on the traditional search keywords, but for my clients though that opt into the AI part, but ChatGPT and Google AI overviews, we are starting to track these longer tail phrases and just saying, hey, how can we improve our visibility so we get more leads for our business? And I already kind of went over a few ideas of what you guys can do. But anyway, this is a great first start. As I said, it's really easy. Just put in your location or your business, put in the root keyword, and just click on get keywords, and that's all you need to see. Anyway, thanks for watching this video and stay tuned for the next.